Welcome, shalom, shalom, hey, shalom. Um, First of all, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Chakwadash. I want to give double honors unto the elders, the apostles of GMS, and shalom out there to the hopeful elect, Christian truth and all sincerity. Back again with another video. I'm going to entitle this one Beast Tech Rationing, right? Because the world is preparing, man, for a great famine, all right? And you got technology that's being implemented around the world, you know, and it's always been this way, man. You know, they don't release, you know, all these programs, all these schemes, all these technologies in one place. You know, they have it scattered around, man. You know, trialing in different places. All right, and you got this this program, this scheme, this technology being rolled out in Iran right now. So don't get it twisted. Just because it's in Iran, you know, don't mean, you know, it's not technology that the beast is behind, and the beast, you know, which is you know, NATO and EU, which is basically Esau. Okay, he's ruling elites. Okay, these are the ones that are pushing this technology in these different places. Okay, to be used and be implemented and trialed to see, you know, well, on and how it's going to go down, right? I say they don't release it all in one place. You know, in Sweden and places like that, their man are already taking, you know, RFIDs, right? And you know, embedding them in themselves and all that kind of stuff, right? So they got these different things going on in different places. They got the whole social credit score system going on in China and whatnot, right? But all these things are gonna come together to form, you know, that ultimate chain, man, the ultimate yoke of iron, okay, in this digital age, man. And they're gonna control the people with it, right? So we got here in Iran anyway. Digital food rationing rolls out using biometric IDS amid food riots. All right, so you know, this is what they're trialing in Iran right now. It's from ISH Farmer channel. You know, brings out a lot of information, man. He covers all the you know, issue with the food supply and whatnot, right? And I'm not gonna play the video, but I'm gonna read, you know, his I know his summary to the video, right? It says Iran is set to be the first country to roll out a food rationing scheme or limited subsidy. Now, I'm not even sure, you know, mentioning food rationing is gonna flag on a video. I have no idea right now, but we'll see. Based on new bio IDs, right, where max passes failed, uh, food passes will now eagerly accepted by hungry people who can't afford rapidly inflating food prices, and that's something that's happening globally, right? And this is why, you know, these things got to be implemented globally eventually. Okay, when things get too bad. Okay, when people can't keep up with the inflation, when people can't get access to the, you know, food in the stores, right? The governments are going to have to step in and take control of the food supply and you know, these matters, and you know, implement a practical way to be able to get food to the people, right? And like I said, all these technologies that are out there, right, you know, really is heading for that moment. Okay, with the MOTB and whatnot, that's all going to come together and, you know, basically also put you people in subjection, right? I ain't reading the rest of that, don't need to. All right, so that's what's going on right there in the Middle East right now. All right, Revelations 13 verse 16. So he causes all both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand on their foreheads, right? It's coming. It's already happening in some places, right? But, you know, we know it's not prominent yet. Okay, it's going to become prominent, right? And you're going to be seeing people do this all over the place, right? And a lot of it's going to be to do because they need to eat, you know? so that no man might buy or sell. Okay, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Okay, it's going to become a requirement to access food, right? I believe in this video because I've watched it, but I watched it the other day. I believe what's actually going on is some those that sign up to this thing or whatever, start using it, this thing, they get like food at discount prices, right? And a limited amount, you can buy a limited amount. You could buy more, right? Outside that limited amount, but it is not at that price no more. It's at whatever the inflated price, is currently. So, I don't know how much the discount is, but basically, those prices are going to be pegged. They're going to be pegged back, and so, hence be more affordable. Now, if you ain't a part of the system, you ain't part of the program or whatever, and you're having to pay the inflated prices. Now, these prices are going to go through the through the effing roof, right? They're going to go sky high. Right, eventually these people are not going to be able to afford that, right? So it's going to push people onto this scheme, onto this, this system that they got going on right now, right? So it's all thought out, right? Because they know, these inflation numbers ain't going to get any better, and the price of food and fuel and all this kind of business is going to become unaffordable for pretty much everybody. All right, so it's going to force you onto this program. It's going to force you into this system, okay, that you may not have wanted to begin with. You might have wanted to avoid it, but guess what? You can't afford to buy food anymore, so you have to. Same way with the MOTB, when it be introduced, you may not have wanted to do it, to begin with, but things are getting real bad. So you're looking left, looking right, and you don't see no way around it, and so you you give into the temptation. Okay, the hour of temptation that Scripture speaks about, right? And like I said, it's just these governments putting pressure on the people, man, to submit themselves. It's Daniel chapter 12, verse 1, right? Because things gonna get real bad, man. We keep telling you, man. Right, verse 1, it says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that should be found written in the book. Right? So like I said, things are gonna get real bad. You people are gonna get pushed to the edge, right? And you're gonna end up, you're gonna end up, siding with Esau and his NWO, all right, because the famines are coming, right? Second Ezra chapter 16, verse 17 says, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death. Right? That's on the precipice right now. Right? To the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Behold, victuals shall be so good, cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. Right? That used to be true, but things are taking a turn, right? And even then shall evil go upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. And that's what's growing right now. That evil is growing. Right? Things are getting worse. Right? And people are not going to know what to do soon, man. They're going to be in great confusion. All right? They're going to be looking for answers, man. And conveniently enough, he's still going to come with them. Just when you thought, nothing could be done, he's still going to come up with the something. Okay, and that something is going to come in the form of the MOTB. All right. It says, for many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. All right. So like I said, they're trying out the rationing system, because that's what it's going to get down to. Okay, Esau gonna control you with food and bread, right? Just like what happened in Egypt, man. Okay, people had to sell themselves and the lands and everything that they had unto Pharaoh, man, so they could eat and survive the dearth, the famine. You know, same thing is gonna take place now, today, in this age, right? This is from Ezekiel 4. Okay, and this is something the Lord did to us, right? This is verse 16. This is moreover he said unto me, Son of man, behold, I will break the staff of bread in Jerusalem, and they shall eat bread by weight and with care, okay, by rationing, right? You're not gonna be uh what's that word, man? Indulging. Okay, you ain't gonna be indulging on, all the foods that you're used to, right? You ain't gonna have much of it. Okay, you're gonna make every slice of bread count, right? And you ain't gonna be trying eating too much of it, man, because you want it to last. You're gonna be eating your food by measure, by weight. You're gonna try and make it last as long as possible. Okay, you're gonna be cutting down your calorific. You're gonna be reducing your calorie intake, right? Just so you can make the food last. Because that's what man had to do before. In the world wars where they had to ration their food or given ration cards, had to get stamped. You were given a certain amount, and you you ain't getting any more till next week or whenever it was. You better make it last. Okay, you people are gonna have to be. We're gonna go back to being that way. All right, there ain't gonna be no wastage. You ain't gonna be throwing that in the bin. All right. So they shall eat bread by weight and with care, and they shall drink water by measure and with astonishment, that they may want bread and water and be astonished one with another and consume away for their iniquity. Right? The Lord's gonna do it to the people of the earth right now. Everybody. Right? The Lord did this to Israel, but the Lord's gonna do this again. Okay? When famine comes in, that's when you start eating less. That's when you start trying to keep things for longer. Going hungry for a while. You know, don't waste nothing. All right, you're gonna be like that, right? Because don't think Esau gonna give you a lot, because there ain't gonna be a lot to have. People are gonna be fighting over food, man, killing over food. All right. In 2nd Ezra chapter 6 verse 22, and we'll end it with this. So, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, and the full storehouses shall be suddenly found empty. Okay, so that's why the government's gonna have to step in, right? They're gonna take control of whatever is coming in, and so you're gonna have to go to your governments to get your food, man. And there's going to be stipulations, there's going to be terms and conditions on how to get that food. Just like there's terms and conditions to get your benefits, right? It's going to be the same way, right? You have to fit the criteria, and part of the criteria is going to be, you take this mark, and because we need to be able to track and record everything accurately, and so we can be fair to everybody, and all this, all the spiel that they're going to put out there for it. Make it sound like they're sincerely and genuinely trying to help you. No, man. Okay, it's all the snare, it's all the trap that's being set, and these snares and these traps are being set everywhere. Okay, in Iran, in China, in Sweden, UK, America, wherever, everywhere. These traps are being set. Because Esau want everybody, man. Going back to Revelations 13, right? So he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand on their foreheads, right? He calls it all, right? Esau is targeting the world, man. He wants to get everybody, all right? So he's setting these things in motion in all these different places, man, ready to, bring them all together, okay, in his NWO system. But anyway, with that, I hope this is edifying, and I catch you brothers and sisters in the next video, man. So till next time, I say shalom.